For 2025, the Toyota Camry gets a lot of changes. I'm Tom Voelk for the Seattle International Auto Show, and for starters, it's all hybrid all the time, plus all-wheel drive is available now.
It's been a while since sedans were the most popular passenger vehicles in the U.S. If the Toyota Camry were sentient, it would long for the days when it wore the sales crown. But it's an inanimate machine, and we don't need a car claiming sales figures are rigged in favor of SUVs. For the 2025 model year, there are a bunch of changes. The nose is new, same with the cockpit. All-wheel drive and hybrid power can be had together now.
Toyota calls this the new 9th generation Camry. For what it's worth, I see it as a heavy mid-cycle refresh. One big piece of news, it's strictly a hybrid now. So if you want the V6, you're going to have to shop 2024 models.
In profile, 24s and 25s look the same. The TNGA-K platform remains, suspension and braking setups have been rejiggered. If Camry were sentient, I'd swear it chose the same Surgeon Prius used for its nose job. Base LE front-wheel drive Camrys start at $29,500. This top trim XSE with all-wheel drive, fetching Ocean Gem two-tone paint, and JBL tunage stickers for $45,500. Toyota has slipped its more powerful 5th-generation gas-electric powertrain under the hood. The 2.5-liter four-cylinder and electric drive motor combine for 225 horsepower on front-wheel drive models, 232 on all-wheel drivers. The rear tires are driven by an electric motor. There's no drive shaft running to the rear. XLE and XSEs get this bright 12.3-inch display. The traditional lever works an electronic continuously variable transmission. Simulated manual shifts happen here and here. Drive modes, I found Sport added throttle sharpness and some heft to the steering weight. Stuff that's expected, but a head-up display in a Camry? That'll surprise some.
For Camry owners that find the 0 to 60 benchmark incredibly important, this will do that dash in about 7 seconds. All-wheel drive is definitely helpful. That's because this morning, the roads are a little bit on the moist side and there are some leaves, so that extra little bit of traction really does help. It doesn't have to be snow and ice.
And tires make a huge difference, but that's another story. All-wheel drive is a $1,500 upgrade and available on all trims. Top ones, like the XSE, get front-side acoustical glass.
Camry is moderately quiet, it's not limo-like, and as far as the ride quality goes, it's comfortable, but the suspension is a bit on the firm side. The days of Camry being soft and floaty are over.
The XSE has a little more athleticism dialed into its dampers, and the center of gravity has to be lower than a crossover. No word on a TRD grade yet.
Driving dynamics. Let's start with the wheel. The effort is on the light side. Bend this hard into a corner, and there's some body roll, not tons and tons. I do believe that Accord remains the class leader in this segment.
This might make a difference to enthusiasts carving up canyon curves. In daily traffic slogging, not so much. For many buyers in this segment, it's about comfort and efficiency.
As far as the EPA-rated fuel economy goes, if you want the best efficiency, then go with the front-wheel drive LE model. That's 51 mpg from a mid-size sedan. Pretty darn good. This being the fancy pants model with all-wheel drive, it drops to 44, which is still not bad.
Hyundai Sonata and Accord hybrids are in that ballpark, but not available with all-wheel drive. Drivers unaware that hybrids transition from recuperation braking to physical binders won't be tipped off by the pedal feel. It's perfectly seamless. Toyota is a master at this.
Camry's absolutely stuffed with ADAS safety technology like automatic emergency braking. On the highway, the lane keeping and adaptive cruise control are pretty good. Not as good as the Hyundai Group's Highway Driving Assist 2, but still not bad.
XSE and XLE trims add traffic jam assist. Use it once in rush hour traffic. You'll never go back. As far as Camry's biggest change, it's a toss-up between the grille and this space. Being the top trim XSE, there are extra flourishes around the cabin, signs that this is the sporty Camry, and no button blanks. It also gets phone as key tech. This panel is substantial. Below it, a buttress divides the driver from the front passenger. The bolstering of the new chairs is modest. For hide from actual cows, it means going with XLE or XSE. These chairs are heated and vented if choosing the $4,000 Premium Plus package. That also adds a bird's eye view to help keep the car dent-free. The glass roof is $1,300 on its own or part of the Premium package.
Toyota's user interface is connected, meaning for full functionality, it needs a data plan, so after the trial expires, you will be paying for a subscription. Now, the screen itself doesn't really have a traditional home screen. If you're using it as a touchscreen, the response is good and snappy, and it looks good, that's for sure. The real advantage to this is the natural voice commands that allows you to keep your eyes on the road. For example, hey Toyota, turn on the heated steering wheel.
Turning on the steering wheel heater.
Now, yeah, I could use the button, but voice commands are safer. There's a phone charge pad, which is great because there's wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and those who've used that know that it sucks the life force out of phones.
Storage cubbies are all around the vehicle, the standard kind, nothing overly creative, lots of power options. 9-speaker JBL sound is the best that Camry offers. It's solid.
The 8th generation Camry had a spacious, roomy back seat. Generation 9 is, of course, the same. I'm 5'9". Headroom is just fine, though knee, leg, and foot room are extremely generous. Cushions are high and long enough, so thigh support is good. You got your door pockets and storage on both seat backs. Thank you very much, Toyota. No separate climate zone, but adjustable vents. People can charge their phones. You won't be putting hot coffee in those door pockets, so if you're drinking Starbucks, you will be using this. And of course, drop seating to 2, and passengers will be extremely comfortable. Put it up, and there is room for 3 average-sized adults going across town. It has a lot of room.
In the cargo hold, there's a spare tire, nice to have. This doesn't have the utility of a RAV4, which now handily outsells Camry, but sedan trunks typically offer better security, and at least it's trying to be useful even if the seats aren't spring-loaded to drop. At 15.1 cubic feet, it's possible to jam 7 carry-on suitcases in here if you're off on a long road trip.
People are still buying mid-size sedans, and if you're shopping in this segment, you really should check Camry out. For starters, there aren't as many choices these days. For 2025, this looks better, it's more powerful, more efficient. I like the interior. You can get it with all-wheel drive.
Camry's change to hybrid only puts a shine on Toyota's green perception and helps balance the CAFE numbers since it sells an awful lot of body-on-frame pickups and SUVs these days. It's good to have a choice of sedans, and the 2025 Camry should be a popular one. Head on down to your local Toyota showroom for a look. For the Seattle International Auto Show, I'm Tom Voelk.